Hi, welcome to Coffee Break with Pam. Happy Tuesday. I hope you have a great start so far. For my live videos, I answer common questions that my B2B marketing peeps are struggling with. So today's question is, what is the best way to integrate sales and marketing efforts within large company? After this videos, you will think about alignment differently and you'll have some actionable ideas as to how you should approach the challenge. So let's get started, okay? Rather than answering the question of what is the best way to integrate sales and marketing in a large company, I would like to modify that question a little bit. It's really how to facilitate sales and marketing integration within a large company. Here's why. Let me tell you why. Sales and marketing integration is always hard. It's even harder in a large company. That's because it's too many cooks in the kitchen. Your job is how to coordinate and work with the different cooks. You lead and facilitate among different players. Does that make sense? The challenge for smaller company is different than doing the integration in a large company. The challenge in a smaller company is not really about too many cooks in the kitchen. It's really about lacking budget and the resources. And it doesn't matter what kind of challenges that you encounter. Every single company has certain level or some level of the integration challenges. So I want to make sure everybody understand you are not alone in the situation. So let's talk about the challenges for big enterprises, how to do that better. The problem is everything is big in the bigger company, right? They have large sales force. They have a big marketing organization. They tend to have like a local level and they also have a corporate level. It's usually Texas big. Everything is supersized. Many people are involved. And the tools tend to be legacy tools and they are not necessarily user friendly or fully integrated. As a result, the decision making process is a whole lot slower. In addition, with the big marketing organizations, the roles and responsibilities and the processes are very specific. And a lot of time, we don't want to step on someone else's toes. And within the digital world, things get blurry very fast. You are bound to step on someone else's toes regardless. All right, that's just the fact. For example, I own email marketing effort, but my content team is owned by obviously someone else. And they tend to create generic content for multi-channel usage. I can either tell them they can create specific content for me for my email campaigns, or I can tell them, hey, these are the specific things that you should change. So tailor the content specifically for my marketing effort, right? So if I tell them that usually have several choices that they can do. I can tell them what I need, they create it for me, happy ending. Or I can tell them what I need, but they won't do it, right? In the first case, you are not stepping on anybody's toe. They are doing the content to actually support you, right? But in the second case, if I choose to create or modify the content on my own, well, how should I communicate that with them? How should this be stored in the content library? If it's stored in the content library, can everybody else use it? But at the same time, this is customized version, right? It's not something they created. And if I do this once, can other groups emulate and also do something and start modifying their content? Have you noticed like there's a lot of issues that are snowballing like very quickly? And how many questions that come up when you try to step outside of your lane? So another big challenge in a big enterprise is that it's very hard to create templates to scale. Someone will tell you that, hey, your template just won't work for them and they need a custom version of it, or they will spend money to do it on their own. And all of a sudden, there's no integration between sales and marketing because they are creating stuff on their own. It's customized. So to sum it up very quickly, there is no easy solution when you work in a big enterprise, right? That's just the way it is. It takes a little bit longer to communicate to actually get everybody on board. With that being said, there are two approaches that you need to consider when it comes to actual integration process, right? Top down and the bottom up. By the way, if you like the way I explain things, please subscribe and comment below. Love, love, love to hear from you. Now let's talk about top down. This tend to be driven by top management. The VP of sales and the CMO, they get together and define one or two big initiatives that sales and marketing needs to work together. It can be ABM, which is account-based marketing, data integration, marketing support, sales messaging, whatnot. It's something that coming from the top. I have discovered a top-down approach is the most ideal way to integrate sales and marketing. You know, when the top dogs are aligned, we worker bees will follow in whatever direction they deem fit. A task force is set up or a virtual team is identified, and the things will get moving forward because the top dogs require us to provide regular updates. Many issues are brought up on the table to discuss as a team. Therefore, solutions will be discussed to address any kind of thorny issue. It doesn't mean there's no drama. There's plenty of drama. There will be plenty of a back and forth between the two teams or multiple players because not everybody will agree on one approach, especially initially. So my recommendation is to talk it through and determine the goals and objectives that you want to accomplish. So whatever decision that you make trying to align the team need to serve the main purpose. Also, you need to find a final D. D means decision maker. If a team is equally divided on two different approaches or suggestions, you need someone to break the tie, right? So that is top down. Now let's talk about bottom up. If you are working with a sales team directly or about to work with them, there are times that the alignment is led or driven by you, right? It's not necessary that it's top-down driven. It's driven within your initiative, your job, and the roles and responsibility. You work directly with the sales team. You determine what needs to be done for better integration. In this case, the biggest benefit is the scope is smaller and you have a lot more control on what to do and how to do it. It's much more manageable. The key of bottom up is that you need sales buy-in, okay? Get the team's commitment first and help them see what they can get out of it. What are the benefits they can get it? And that will make it so immediate to make their job easier. Take time to get buy-in and the commitment up front. One of the challenges for bottom up is that the sales team sometimes will change their direction and the decision, you know, especially after you kind of talk to them and say, okay, this is direction we're going to go. Everybody agree? And they say, yeah, we agree. And after that, they will say, you know what? There's one more thing I would like to add. And that's actually very common when you're sourcing a platform for the sales team. After the final decision is made, they want to add more features. They were like, can we add that? What do you mean you cannot add that? So in a top-down approach, there is less of that issue because a process is followed. In a bottom-up approach, you are working on it on your own and it's with a small team. And the salespeople thinks you can be a whole lot more flexible and nimble. And you are not necessarily engaged with a senior management. And the sales may think it's easier to make changes even after the decision is made. So close and the clear communication is essential. And be prepared to be nimble when you work with the sales team. So these are the two approaches that I personally recommend you to try it. And let me know what else and what other approaches that you do to integrate the sales and marketing or facilitate that discussion within a big enterprise. Okay, comment and subscribe below. especially on my YouTube channel, Pam Didner. And I hope to see you there. Take care.